Namaste students. Now let's go for the respiration in human being. When you go for the respiration in human being, we need to know the organs that are present in the respiratory system. Remember, number of organs forms a system. So we need to know the organs that are present in the respiratory system. So respiration. So I'm rubbing it off. Quickly we'll be going for the diagram. So it is this is our organs. These are the organs of our respiratory system. So these are the organs of our respiratory system. Now we'll be naming one by one. It starts from here. This is called nostril. Then this is the one name. It is called trachea. Trachea or windpipe. Okay. Then you are finding some more names like this trachea when goes down, it forms bronchi. Singular of it is called bronchus. Bronchi break down to form here bronchioles. Bronchioles are fine capillaries or network, you can say, network of the bronchi that has entered here. Here, see how fine it is. It is forming the capillaries. Okay, here this one is diaphragm, diaphragm. Can you get it? Now we'll be knowing much more related to the organs. We'll go step by step now. See what happens when we breathe in. We need to breathe through nostril. First thing is that, not through the mouth. Why? In the nostril of owls, there occurs minute hairs. What the hairs does? It prevents the dust to enter the lungs. These two are what? These two are lungs. Lungs. Now in there, if due to some reason the dust particles are not absorbed by the hairs, then there is also mucus lining in the nostril upper part. What is that? Mucus lining. And that also helps in absorbing the dust materials. Second. Third, there is one box-like structure here in that case, in the nasopharynx. What happens? When this dust material comes here, that box gets filled up. It filters. And when it completely get occupied or is filled up with the dust material, then it sneezes out. So you can find out how the process of filtration takes place. Ultimately, you are coming to trachea now. Trachea are having rings. These are called rings of cartilage. What is called? Like this, rings of cartilage. Around 20 rings of cartilage are there. What is the main function of rings of cartilage? It prevents from collapsing, because if the air enters the great force, then what will happen? There may be bursting of that pipe, or even though damage the lungs. It prevents. So now what happens? It comes here. In that case, you are finding these are the bronchi, bronchus, and it get divided to from what? This is bronchioles. Bronchioles. Clear? The bronchioles actually terminates in a sac-like structure like this. It look like a grape. Okay? It look like what? Grapes that you take. Like this. These are all lungs. Actually, what is happening? The shape that I have drawn is due to the elastic membrane that is present. Lungs, inside of it, the alveoli like that remains like this structure. Actually, the structure now, as you are in class 10, so little bit modification in the way of drawing it to be there, like this. Can you get it? Like a bunch of grapes here. Can you find it out? I am drawing only one. This also remains the same. See here. So everywhere it will be like this. So bronchiole will be entering. Now, these are called what? These are called alveoli or alveolus. It is singular. Singular. Us. I. Plural. Now, another thing remains here. I am bringing the diagram out from here. Try to get it. So what is happening? I am wrapping this part. Now what happens? This one will be the bronchioles. See, bronchioles here. This is bronchioles. And what I have shown you, they are the bunch of grape-like structure. Can you get it? These are called what? These are called alveoli. Like this. Look like grapes. So, chambers. Now, surrounding it, there are blood capillaries like this. Red color are the blood capillaries which remain surrounding the alveoli. Like this. So, what are those? This is I'm writing with red. I think you will be able to get it. This is what? Bronchioles. This one is alveoli. Red color is blood capillaries. Okay? Now, here you are finding the diaphragm. Diaphragm. Now, thing is that we are now coming to another part. How the air enters the lungs. Isn't it? That is the most important thing. I am putting with a green. Try to get it. So I will rub it. This is the part you have understood, I think. Let's go to the next part. I am keeping this diagram. See now. This one I will draw it like this. Sternum, chest bone here. Actually what happens? There remains ribs. We have 12 pair of ribs. Like this. There are how many? 12 pairs. Now what happens in this case? I'll do drawn it in short. The lungs remains here. Lungs remains. So this is lungs. Lungs here. Can you get it? Lungs here, and this is the diaphragm. Now what happens? Try to get it. In between the ribs, there are muscles. These muscles contracts. Contract means contract. Expansion, contract, contracts. And what happens? This ribs moves outward and upward. What happens? Outward and what? Upward. Can you see the diaphragm here? This is diaphragm. Diaphragm is dome shaped. Then it becomes what? Straight, like this. Straight. So many characters you are finding. What happens? The muscles that are present in between the ribs undergo contraction. Ribs now moves upward and outward. Then the diaphragm becomes what? From dome shaped it becomes flattened. There is the increasement of volume inside the lungs. Can you get it? And pressure of air is outer side is high than that of the inside. So air rushes inside from high pressure to low pressure. Then again what happens when it expands? Then the ribs come back to the original position. Again this one diaphragm becomes dome shaped. Dome shaped. Then in that case what happens? It gives out the air, carbon dioxide. Can you get it? Now along with that we are finding another thing that I spoke to you in the earlier video, that we breathe only oxygen. Why? Because the blood vessel contains what? Blood. Blood contains hemoglobin, and hemoglobin has iron. Iron has what? Affinity for whom? Affinity for oxygen. So oxygen is taken. What is the name of that? Name of the combination of oxygen with that of the hemoglobin is called oxyhemoglobin. Oxyhemoglobin. You have to keep in mind this one. Oxyhemoglobin. Okay? Iron can take 4 molecules of oxygen. Can you get the diagram? How many molecules of oxygen it can take? It can take 4. This is 1. 1. This is second, third, 4.